find that Moshe Rabbeinu asks HaKadosh Baruch Hu that he wants that will be a successor, someone who will continue him to lead the Jewish people. Right after Hashem told him that he's not going to come to the land of Israel, he's going to die. Vayomer Hashem el Moshe, Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, Ale el Ar Ha'avarim, you should go up to this mountain. It's a very tall mountain. Someday you're going to see the land of Israel. Asher nosati Mussar that I gave to the children of Israel. So you're going to see her. When you're going to be gathered to your nation, it's going to die. You're also going to die. Like your brother Aaron died. Because you didn't sanctify me with the water in front of the eyes of the nation, etc. So right adjacent to that, it said, Vayedaber Moshe el Hashem lemor. Moshe spoke to Hashem, saying, Yifkod Hashem elokei ruchot lechol basar. Hashem will command, Hashem, the God of all spirits, that he understands every different person who has a different idea. He will appoint a man on all the congregation that has the ability to understand every person in person according to his understandings and values and capabilities and character. Asher Yetzel Lifnei will come out of front of them. Asher Yov Lifnei will come in front of them. Asher Yotziem will take them out for war. Asher Yavim bring back from war. Veloitia Adas Hashem, the congregation Hashem should not be katzon like a sheep, like a flock of sheep. Asher En Lahem Roeh, they don't have a shepherd. So Chazal say that Moshe Rabbeinu, after he saw that Hashem gave Nachot to the daughters of Tzlofchad, he wanted to ask Hashem that his son, the descendants of Moshe Rabbeinu, will continue to lead the Jewish people, like the children of Aaron. And Hashem answered, Vayomer Hashem el Moshe, Hashem told Moshe, Kach lechosh Yoshua binun, take Yoshua binun, Ish asher ruach boy, a man which is a spirit, v'samachto es yod cholav, you should lay your hands on him. Do smicha, smichas chacham. What is smicha? And put him up in front of Elazar HaKohen, in front of all the congregation, and you should command them to succeed you, le'enei in front of their eyes. And you should put part of your might, did I say hoid in English? I don't know. Right. V'natata mehotcha alav. I don't know how to translate it in English.
How do you spell it?
What?
How do you spell it?
Splendor, your splendor.
Splendor?
Light.
Your light, your splendor.
How do you spell it? I can give you an example.
Hey, Vav Dalet.
You're a
Like this Smichot, right? How do you say that in English?
Oh, splendor.
Splendor. You should put part of your splendor on him in order that all the congregations will hear. And he's going to ask from the Urim Utum in front of Hashem, and whenever they ask Elazar what Hashem says, we go out to war, come into war. And Moshe Rabbeinu did what Hashem asked of him. He took Yoshua, and it says like this: Vayismoch es yodo lovo. He put both of his hands on him. The Gemara says, Chamro lemorei tivus elashaki. The wine of the barrel belongs to the master. But who people thank? The servant. The waiter. As if Moshe Rabbeinu is the one that does smicha. Who does smicha? Hashem. Who we give honor to? The Rabbi gives smicha. Chamro lemorei, the wine belongs to the master. The tivusa and the good tov, the tivusa the shaki, one who gives you mashke, one who pours the whiskey, the good juice, the good drink to you. But Moshe Rabbeinu, he blessed Yoshua with a good eye. Although he wanted his children to succeed, and Hashem said, no, Yoshua will be your successor. Yet, he anointed, he appointed, and he gave part of his hod. They say hod?
Splendor,
splendor. Part of his splendor he gave over. Part of his splendor he gave over to Yoshua, but he gave it a good eye with 2 hands. Hashem said, put your hands on it. He put 2 hands. And he said, you're going to lead the Jewish people. You're going to get smicha. What is the word smicha? To lay on someone. He's small. He laid his hands, he relied on him by putting 2 of his arms, 2 of his hands on his head. So Hashem says to put 1 hand. Hashem said to put part of your splendor. And Moshe Rabbeinu had a good eye, and he put 2 of his hands on Yoshua to do smicha on him. So I want to explain what I heard from my father, and he also wrote in his book, Ime Mordechai, it's written down there. A very big yesod, which has to do with us. Chazal teach us, Rashi brings it down. Rashi brings it down. Pnei Moshe kepnei Chava. Moshe's face is like the face of the sun. Upnei Yoshua kalavana, and the face of Joshua will be like the moon. Is a reflection from Moshe Rabbeinu. So that's why Hashem said, give part of your splendor.
Maybe radiance?
or shining,
whatever it is.
Oh, wait, you got overruled.
Okay, it means part of his
Radiance.
power, his wisdom that Hashem gave him, should give over to Yoshua part of it. And he gave 1 hand, he gave it 2 hands. We know the story is brought down in the Novi that when Elisha was plowing with 12 bulls in his field, and suddenly he saw Eliyahu the prophet, what did he do? He left everything. He took the wood and he made a sacrifice. He brought a sacrifice for Hashem. He made a feast to his family, a Bubai feast, and he went after Eliyahu. And he was a student of Eliyahu. And before Eliyahu died, Elisha asked Eliyahu a request. And he says, I want to have double of your power, of your spirit connected to Hashem more than you. It kind of sounds like a destiny, right? Rabbi, I want to be bigger than you. Eliyahu, I want to be double than you. And what he said is brought down to Eliyahu. He said, yes. When I'm going to die, I'm going to come up to the Shamayim, the Sarah Shamayim. And if you will have the merit to see me at that moment when I leave the world, in the spiritual sense, so then you're going to be able to get double the amount of connection to Hashem than Eliyahu. So the Ran and Rosh Hashanah, he asks, how's it possible? We know if you give me something, I only can be like you or less than you. And how can I be more than you? More than one who gives me.
This is the theory of information that people use to refute Darwin.
Now,
Because everything goes by definition, and once a creation is in the world, it deteriorates.
so the answer is like this. Since we're not connecting to the Rabbi, we're connecting to Hashem through the Rabbi. The Rabbi, your teacher, is just a pipe that through him, the connection to Hashem goes to. So really, all depends how much you prepare yourself to connect to Hashem. If the student prepares himself to connect to Hashem, he made a very big preparation, bigger than his Rebbe. So the Rebbe is just a pipe to connect to Hashem. So he can receive much more than a Rebbe. This is the Ran and Dosha Saga. So it comes out that a student can get higher and bigger revelation and connecting to Hashem more than the Rebbe, more than the prophet that you learned from. But it all depends on your preparation to connect to Hashem. And Eliyahu told Elisha that when I die, if you prepared yourself to connect to Hashem, you were able to receive more information, not only the word information, more connection, more revelation than the teacher. It's brought down in Reb Chaim Vital D'Arisa, in Erech Nefilas Apayim. It's brought down that when a person dies, a tzaddik dies, at the moment when he dies, he himself, his soul, is being elevated 10,000 times. It says Rivavot, means even many, many more times. Why? Today, when I want to send a movie to someone through the internet, I can't get a very long, big movie with a lot of details. I cannot just send it. Because the line of the internet cannot receive it. So there's such a thing called a jumbo. And a jumbo, right? You have to shrink it, you have to, right, put it together. Compress it, shrink it, and send it. When a person dies, all the actions, the good deeds, the revelation, the connecting of Hashem to Hashem, of a person's, the tzaddik, his entire life, all of it has to be condensed and pressed in a jumbo to go up, to send up the file to Hashem. He's able to receive his reward from Hashem.
Why Hashem
So that moment,
Hashem can't read big files?
he could. But the point is not the point of the example. The point is that we collect all a person's life in 1 second. When a person dies, if he's a tzaddik, so all his deeds and all his revelation of all his life comes all together, condensed, and comes up to Shammai. So Eliyahu tells Elisha the prophet, hey, if you're going to connect to that moment, the moment of my death, that all my life all be gathered, scattered together, and be composed as a file, come up to Hashem, you're going to be able to have double of the spirit of myself, Eliyahu. So according to this, it's not really double the spirit of Eliyahu. It means double the spirit that Eliyahu had during his lifetime. But really he's only receiving from the value, from the amount that Eliyahu in this moment in his death, which is condensing all his life, so now collecting is much more. And he attached himself to that collective revelation to Hashem, so that he can get more. But doesn't mean really that he can get more. But the God says no. Ve'oid. This is what Rosh Hashanah writes down in Yemei Mordechai. He says more than that. That's you tapping yourself to a high moment, to a peak of your Rebbe. He says more than that. If a student prepares himself as a preparation to be a vessel, to receive the light of Hashem, he can receive from his Rebbe and become higher than his Rebbe, than his teacher. Because a teacher is just a pipe to connect to the Messiah or the teaching that he taught you as a pipe to connect to Hashem. But if you prepare yourself as a big vessel, you can receive more through that pipe. More and more and more. So in concept, a student can be higher than his teacher, than his Rebbe. It's not that Eliyahu told Elisha, tap to my moment of death, which is true. That moment is the highest level. But it's more than that. If he was able to tap to that point, means he prepared himself, he's able to prepare and get more than what I got in my life. Unbelievable. But what do we see here? By Moshe Rabbeinu, Hashem told him, give part of your splendor to Yoshua. Give of your splendor to your student Yoshua. Chazal Medai, Rashi brings it down. תנה מאויתך,
ולא כל.
זה כיוון אורפונים, ולא כל אותך, not all your splendor. Now why not all? Why by Hashem, when he tells him put one hand, תנה מאויתך, part of your splendor. Moshe Rabbeinu had a good eye, he put both of his hands. Be'ayin toiva. But when we know, the reality is that Pnei Moshe kepnei Chamo, the face of Moshe is like the face of a sun. And Pnei Yoshua is kepnei Levona, and the face of Joshua is like the face of the moon, as receiving light from Moshe. And the answer is, that's only what we said according to the Ram, it's only between the student and his Rebbe without Moshe Rabbeinu. But Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe v'Toras Moshe. We have Torah, Hashem, and Toras Moshe. Since Moshe, Hashem chosen him to be the foundation of the Torah. That's like you have a picture, and this is the frame of the picture. Within the frame, you can grow and as much as you want. But who laid down the frame of the Torah was Hashem through Moshe Rabbeinu. So by definition, even Rabbi Akiva, that reached heights that even Moshe Rabbeinu couldn't understand. So it doesn't mean that Moshe Rabbeinu was higher than Rabbi Akiva was higher than Moshe Rabbeinu. The Gemara Menachah says. The Gemara Menachah says that Moshe Rabbeinu, Hashem showed him his future student Rabbi Akiva, and he saw him learning Torah, couldn't understand even what he's talking about. He got all depressed. He says, and he asked Rabbi Akiva where he got it from. He says, I got it from Moshe. So then Moshe Rabbeinu was relaxed. What's the concept? The concept is that on the basics of the rules of somebody that invented the electricity, you can invent now a car, a battery. And the rules that Moshe Rabbeinu laid down to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Torah Shebichtav and Torah Sheba'al Peh. And that we can bring big Torah on this whole back of us. There's a big library of, we have those chips. We have 100,000 books of the Torah. It's endless. The Torah just applied in time and place. And it's endless. And understanding is endless. But the source, we cannot be bigger than the source means lay new rules. Because one of our beliefs is the Torah can never be changed. The rules of fundamental Moshe Rabbeinu cannot be changed. Those are the Torah of Hashem. Hashem doesn't change. So therefore Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu to not me'oitcha, give of your splendor to Yoshua. That doesn't mean that Yoshua cannot reach higher connection to Hashem more than Moshe Rabbeinu. He could. If he prepared himself, he can become bigger. He can become bigger than your Rebbe, bigger than your Rosh Yeshiva, bigger than 200 years ago rabbis. You can become bigger. But you can't change the rules. That's why it says the face of Moshe is like the shining of the sun. The face of Yoshua is a receiver, like the shining of the moon. And rules in the Torah, the wisdom of the Torah. But from then onwards, which we all ourselves just moons, because we following the rules of Moshe Rabbeinu, and there a student can become bigger than his Rebbe. Elisha can become bigger than your Eliyahu Hanavi. But depends on your preparation. Every student here in the Yeshiva can become bigger than the Rosh Yeshiva. You can be bigger than my Rosh Yeshiva, my grand Rosh Yeshiva. You can become very big. You can go high as much as you want. Depends on your preparation. Depends how much you're serious and how much you want to connect to Hashem. The more you prepare yourself with your heart and your character as a vessel to receive Torah and the knowledge of Hashem, you can receive us more and more than your Rebbe in triple and 10 times more. There's no limitation. There's no our hierarchy, the Rebbe, and we are student, we lower than him. You can be bigger than your Rebbe. You can be bigger than your Rebbe's Rebbe. Depends on your preparation. In the world of the moon, that we just receiving the Torah, the rules of the Torah can become bigger than your Rebbe. And if that's true, this is the demand of any student here that has to become bigger than the Rosh Yeshiva. Being Rosh Yeshiva's Rebbe is your demand, because you could be there. It's your capability. It depends on your decision and your preparation of your heart to connect to Hashem. I want to mention the story again of Rabbi Loza ben Ukanus. Rabbi Loza ben Ukanus was a simple person that never didn't write. Read and write, he didn't know. And he had to work in the field, to plow the field, and his father, Ukanus. And somebody confronted him about the Torah, and he said, I want to learn Torah. So he asked his father, I want to learn Torah. And his father said, you can't, you have to work in the field. See, he begged his father, please, I want to learn Torah. I want to connect to Hashem. I want to be a bull that's not to read and write. You know, Lord, I want to know the wisdom of Hashem. His father said, no, go back to the field and plow the field. Says, and Tanat Vei Rabbi Elazar, that Rabbi Elazar, he cried for 2 weeks straight. He was plowing and crying all day for 2 weeks. Crying and crying for 2 weeks straight. He's crying to Hashem in the field. I will love you, I will learn Torah. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here in the field. But I will love you, I want to connect. And he cried for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks of crying, Niklo Elo Eliyahu Hanavi. He had a revelation of Eliyahu Hanavi. And Eliyahu Hanavi told him, go ahead and go learn Torah by Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai. So there's 2 questions here. Why learn from Rabbi Zakkai? Get a milam and hire a guy, a simple guy, a local guy to teach you. Why go to the best yeshiva in Yerushalayim and Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai learn Torah by him? Why? And why you had to have a Gilul Liyom? How you had the merit to have Gilul Liyom? The answer here is the preparation of your heart. Let's start with your heart. You can be a person that plows fields, but you can reach a level of a relation of Hashem and Eliyahu. It all depends on your heart, when you're preparing yourself in your heart. And that's why you see rabbis that are very big, and you see small rabbis. Rabbis that are very big. It depends on your preparation of your heart. Because simple people, they can reach very high heights. It depends on your preparation of your heart. But Moshe Rabbeinu and Yoshua can only be the sun and the moon, because we're just receiving from Moshe Rabbeinu. That's why Hashem says, give from your splendor. Only part of cannot be the whole. Because Moshe Rabbeinu is the rules, is the Torah, those are Hashem gave us. But anything else between moon and moon can become bigger.